Hello, great video will be today. We'll see how to make groups, how to calculate something over groups. In this video I will do only this step. I will print 1 if new group appears. But this technique described in this video will be repeated more and more as we'll do some cumulative calculations over groups, and you will understand why it's a very beautiful solution and why it's great. Hopefully you will also understand, and hopefully I will be able to describe it as you can understand. So for now I want reduce, and I want to use it in an unusual way. I want initial value to be array, and I want it to be array of initial value, sum1, and of any value, doesn't matter. And as you see, I started from row 1, I started typing from row 1, but my formula starts from row 2. This is also especially for my formula, because it will have one row more in the results. Okay, next I want to get some values. I can just do it like this. I can do original values in this case, and I want lambda, because this is reduced and it requires lambda and it requires initial and value. These are two variables. For initial, this one, and it will change every time of the calculation, and value. So I want, first of all, I want to get initial, and after this initial I will get some condition. And what condition it should be? Let's think of it. In my case it should be value. It should be also small array. The first part of it is value, and the second part of it, I just want to check if my value equals to something, equals to some index of my original. Ini equals ini. In this case it will be senseless. You see, it have no sense because ini is array. But if I get, instead of this b through b, if I get sequence of rows of b through b, so I get indexes into memory, also nothing happens. But now I need to return here indexed value, not just v, you see v here, but I want to return index of these all values of this index to make it the same. Index of v, yeah, click enter, and now you see I have groups. I have them inside my memory. They are remembered by this formula, and I just repeat them, but I always have previous value in mind. For instance, here I have value sum1 was previous, here sum was previous for this, and etc. So I can compare these both arrays. So now I can do not just value equals ini, but value equals index of ini of this v, because it was one step behind, so I can always look behind with this formula. And let's see if I've done everything correct. I'll pause the video. Here you see mistake is in this index, because my initial array has 2 dimensions, so I need not only to tell which row it is, row v, but also which column, column number 1, just because I've put all these guys into column number 1. This was my decision. And now, of course, I made another mistake. I don't want to compare this v. I want to compare also index of v, because v are only indexes, as you see, it's only sequence. And this finally works as a charm, works like a charm. You see, this is truth and false, but I want to change equals to not equals. It's easy. Now I want to change this to zeros and ones. I would add double minus to convert it to the line of zeros and ones. Yeah, now I see this is new group, I got 1, this is new group, I've got 1, and this one is also new group and also got 1. How can I get rid of that? I can get rid of that with a query. Of that, select me only column 2, because I know column 1 by myself. and I want to offset one row, offset first row, and my array does not have any headers, so I just make 0. I put 0 here for headers. And now that's it. I can put it into the same row as the original formula was. You see what's missed? If this is empty, I don't want these 0 and 1. I want only to check if it was not empty, and so I want to add another lambda inside lambda. It will be a bit complicated, but I hope I'll do it right. Inside this query, inside these brackets, I will get them again. Inside these brackets, I want to make another lambda, and it will be like holder for now, lambda r of a, and it will be like that. But I don't want to get a, I want to get everything inside of here, and I want to use index b of v, because I've used this variable too much. This is why I've put it as a variable, and now instead of index and everything else, I've just put a and a here. Now my formula looks smarter. I click enter to check, double check everything is okay, and also now I can check the condition if open parens, open, a equals empty text, then give nothing. And in other cases, I want this double minus double minus, please, for me. Yeah. Okay. And finally, now it looks great. So hope you did not tired with this video, because this is crucial to understand that this reduce has previous values, and it has not just previous value but an array of previous values, so we can use it a lot. We can use this array of previous value to calculate cumulative sums by groups, cumulative count by groups, and many other interesting things, and do that all having groups in our memory. And it's fascinating, it's super great, super cool, and I will rebuild some of my old formulas just to work as this, because these have low complexity. You see, everything is inside memory. I do not multiply things, I do not do hard calculations, so this formula works great and fast, but it's super powerful. I can do like any running calculations based on these functions. So see you next videos.